Of Moshpit Passion. My name is Kayo. Right next to me, the amazing Bombpops, and we will do an interview about their whole career and what they are planning for the future. So, guys, first, please introduce us yourself.
I'm Neil, the bass player.
I'm Polly. I play guitar and sing.
I'm Jen. Play guitar and sing.
I'm Josh. I hit things.
So I saw it's your fourth time here in Europe. Fifth time. Nice. So,
No.
Six?
Yes. No, fifth.
Fifth?
You guys have been counting.
Yeah.
So how is it to be back here in Europe now, also be a part of the big festival Punk in the Drublic?
This is a whole different kind of thing. You know, this is the first time we've done a festival circuit, so the schedule's really tight. And we don't have anything to sleep in. These are overnight drives, so we slept for 2 hours last night, about 3 the night before. So it's tiring, but it's totally worth it. It's different than the last tours.
Yeah, it's everything we wanted to do. Yeah.
So yeah, behind this big festival, there's Fat Mike and the Fat Track company. Can you tell us how you got engaged more or less with Fat Mike and his company before your first full-length record?
We bugged the shit out of them constantly.
Yeah.
And sent songs and just, it's one of those things, a classic saying, like, you can't say no unless you ask. Yeah. And we asked a lot, and we got no a lot. But finally wrote a record that he liked. So yeah.
He said he'd always, we were always around, we're kind of a fun hang.
Yeah.
We like to party.
So would you say to sign a record deal with Fat Records was definitely the right way to bring your band a level forward?
100%.
Yeah, nice. I want to ask you something because I saw you're a mother and a wife. So especially when you're on tour and always touring, isn't it sometimes hard to be away from home? And you also got family. And do you think, Tama, what I'm doing, that's the right thing? Or sometimes you have the point like, damn, I don't know if it's right.
Constantly. And not that anyone else has, like, my life isn't more important than anyone else's, but leaving my son is hard. And I thought it was going to get easier, but it's getting harder because he's getting older, and now he's just being an asshole about it. Like, he's making me feel bad. He's very dramatic, and every year we're in Europe in May, so I always miss Mother's Day, and I know it's just a day, but this year he's bummed about it. Yeah, I talked to him on the phone the other night. Said, there's a breakfast that he's doing at school, and all the moms are gonna come, and I'm not gonna be there.
Okay.
And he said, I did all my hard work for nothing. I made you something, and you're not gonna be there. And he's very dramatic, but my heart. My heart sunk. But you know what? He understands, and I've been doing it since he was like 1 or 8 months old. I don't know. Yeah.
He loves it.
He loves it. And now he's getting old enough to come with us, and so he understands. He once told me when he was 4, I said, I miss you, and he said, it's okay, Mama, because you're making other people happy with your music. So it's hard. I cry probably every other day.
So
okay.
I want to ask the other question more or less around what do you want to achieve with your band? I mean, you are touring on the big festival, you are a big part of a known record label, but what else? Do you want to tour specific places or something? Or maybe that you want to say one day more or less, I want to earn so much money that I don't have to tour so much, so I can be more at home with my family or do my hobbies,
maybe have a nightliner, and then
I think it's just to get to a point where we're doing this, because right now we're out here for 4 weeks, and that's the only way to make it feasible. It'd be nice to come out for 2 weeks and be able to do it and be more comfortable, but also just to make songs that people can sing along to and people know and people remember and love.
Hi. No, I was just gonna say, I think the goal is constantly to push yourself to do more, bigger, better. Always grow as musicians too, and try to write the better record every time. Instead of get stuck in one spot, just keep going more. I mean, Fat Records was a huge checkpoint that we've all been wanting to hit our entire lives. And then once we've gotten there, let's what's next? Let's keep going.
A goal as far as like where we want to go to is Japan and Australia next.
Yeah, definitely. We want to go to Australia and Japan and just everywhere. And yeah, just be bigger and better.
But we're not complaining about doing Europe 5 times. It's nice.
I love it over here. I'm gonna live here one day. So if there's
Bye, Felicia.
Bye, Felicia. I'm taking European husband offers. Seriously.
I keep it up on my website.
Stand in line. We can have an audition.
I need an audition. I need some paperwork. I need
No, we need to have an audition for men, and it's based off of dick size.
Well, maybe. I don't know. But you mean you get an American? You know, you get some. You can come live in California too. You know. Anyways. Throwing that out there.
She's throwing it out there.
So I want to talk about your music, especially about your first record. And if you compare this record to your previous EPs, how would you describe the sound develop?
Mature, more of a story, more of more thought of what's going into it, and better.
Yeah, better. Storytelling is one thing that we've kind of I think that I'm really proud of as both of our songs is being able to tell a story, or at least that somebody can listen to it and maybe they don't know exactly the story, but they can relate to it. Yeah. So it's a little bit more mature and polished, and yeah.
Nice. Can you tell us a bit about the song Mofo? Who came up with
Mofo.
this idea? Yeah, who came up with this idea? What's the story behind?
FOMO.
Mofo. Well, yeah. So I remember you wrote the song and you had this verse and the first verse written. Yeah. And you didn't want to end up on someone's shitty couch. And then I was like, so you gotta say fear of missing out in this song. Yeah. And because the song was like, you were having FOMO in the song. And I'm like, well, we gotta say FOMO. Yeah, just straight and up. I don't know if it's caught on here, but it was just catching on. I know who I heard it from the first time was the Menzingers. I remember it was a long time ago. And they're like, oh, I got the FOMO. Somebody around that camp. And I was like, what is FOMO? Fear of missing out. And I was like, oh my God, I have that all the time.
I mean, yeah, my dad always, even since I was 16 and playing in the bars and I couldn't, stay. Yeah. And my dad would always be like, you're not missing anything. You're not. Yes, I am, Dad. Like I am. But you wrote this song and it was about fear of missing out, but we just you gotta just say it. So and then it became really relevant as the title of the record. Yeah, I think we also coined it before it got it got big. It was big. It was out there. It's an American culture, but then it's definitely no. I invented FOMO. No, but it was definitely out in American culture, and that's why we picked it up. But right around the same time, it was I remember so the Kardashians said it once, and so it got into mainstream, but right at the right time, so it became very a relevant phrase.
Nice. Another song I want to talk about is from your last EP, Die Beer. It's I Call Bullshit. Oh. What's the story behind that?
Well, that's actually, it's a great song, yeah. It's actually, we totally wrote it. No, actually, that's the one song on the record that we did not write, actually. So we had 3 songs that we wanted to do for an EP, and Fat wanted to put a 4th song on there. And so we were in Colorado at the time, and passing through the tour. And Chris Fogel from the Gamuts had written that song. And he said, it's not really a Gamut song, but it could be, but we're not doing anything. And so he asked us, do you want to record it? And we're like, no, we've never done that with any, no one's written a song for us before, or he didn't write it for us. But he showed it to us, and it kind of fit with the vibe of the thing. Yeah, so. Yeah, we put the Bombpop flavor on it for sure. A Bombpop song, and but the message of it is pretty cool. It's about a friend of his who was a best friend of his, who's actually best man in his, or really good friends, and he just ended up doing him wrong, So you reevaluate your friendship, and
we thought it's your song.
Yeah. One time we were doing an interview, and the guy was like, "My favorite song you guys have is I Call Bullshit." It's almost like Descendants. It's so good. We're like, how we didn't write that. And he was like, "Oh, so bummed." But Fogel was stoked. Yeah, Chris Fogel wrote that. Yeah, I mean, I heard the bass line.
I don't run my own bass lines every time.
So when can we hear some new tunes? Do we have any plans?
We do have plans, but we're not going to tell you what they are just yet because it hasn't been. But you can, yes, there will be a new record very soon, and so it's in the works.
Soon means this year or next year?
You know what? We can't say that yet.
We can't say.
But we'll say sooner than later.
That is Marvel.
Yeah. It's soon.
So after this tour, what are your plans after that?
To take time and with this record.
Ah,
Yeah, so
nice.
that's focused after this. Yeah.
Nice. So yeah, we are more or less done with the interview. One last question, because our magazine is called Moshpit Passion, and always our artists say a personal moshpit experience from an artist's view when they stand on a stage or where they went into. Maybe you have some silly story you want to tell.
I know the last
Wait,
time
about
I
what?
moshpitted.
A mosh pit story?
I know the last time was.
Or first time, or do
No, the
you
first
remember
time
something?
I mean, I've definitely been like groped, you know, women. Like I remember just someone sliding their hand up and like squeezing my boob.
I mean, you gotta get it in when you can get it in.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like you got to have that respect for it. But but whatever, we still do it. No, I remember the last time was we were at Black Rock Festival and we were wasted because we were on. Well, we were on that. It was so hot, and the only bus that Lawrence Arms had air conditioning on their bus, so we went and drank vodka sodas on that bus with the Lawrence Arms. And then afterwards, we were in the Lawrence Arms were playing, and I was sitting. I don't know. We were sitting somewhere. But Toby J came and got us because we were stage diving through every band. And he came and got us to like stage dive during a song. I forget which song it was, but it was not like a good stage dive song. I mean, it was just kind of lame and sad.
Well, you know, because it's.
I watched Polly like stop and
No, I do. I don't do a stage dive. I do a stage plop.
Plop.
And because when you're on tour, you know, like the other night I wanted a stage dive, but I'm like, I can't. I don't want to fucking, you know, risk that. Maybe on the last night of tour or something.
I did that, and it was just like,
But I make sure I go to the front and I make sure. You got me? You got me? Okay.
That's
the first time, one of the first times we played with NOFX, like someone of the crew was like, whatever you do, don't hit the barricade. You gotta clear that barricade. And
what's that?
and she hit the barricade.
You hit the barricade.
Yeah.
It's like an egg. It's like
Jay Walker was like,
That was from years ago.
he said, well, I don't know, girls, like that's a
You gotta clear that gap.
clear that gap. Definitely did not.
man.
I jumped and my chin, bam, right over there.
Yeah.
And ever since then, it's just a little hole in my shirt.
So, worth it.
That's where the stage plop came from.
Totally worth it.
Hashtag worth it.
Damn. Do you have maybe some personal experience you want to say or share?
I have one from Warped Tour, like 2003. I was stage diving as well, and coming in, I might have accidentally kicked somebody in the head, and they weren't very happy. And all of a sudden, I just feel somebody punching me from behind, and I didn't even look. I just turned around and I threw my elbow and I broke the dude's nose. But that's that.
Moshpit Passion.
I got a good story.
Yeah.
I wish I could say I shit myself
That's
once
really
stage
Moshpit
diving.
Passion.
So this isn't a mosh pit story of any of us, but we were there for it. St. Patrick's Day, Anaheim, California. We played with the Street Dogs.
Street Dogs, yes, I know that.
Yeah, on St. Patrick's Day. Anaheim is notorious for Nazis.
Actually, California's not.
Orange County is kind of used. It's always there. A bunch of Nazis are in the mosh pit and they're sig heiling everywhere. The bass player, I was doing the motion.
Yeah.
The bass player of the Street Dogs.
Yeah.
Bass player. It was the bass player, right? Either way, doesn't matter. One of the Street Dogs flips their guitar over their back.
Yeah.
Clears the barricade. Feet first. Straight into the face of this guy. And complete shit show.
What?
Yeah. So everyone. So they close. They close. Yeah, they close. They close the curtains. Like, okay, this show's done. You know. We're on the side stage watching because we're all just like, what the fuck just happened? And next thing you know, the dude who jumped, bass player or guitar player, was like, fuck that, keep going. So open the the curtains back up. He's got like blood all down his like, white shirt right here. And they finish out their whole set with like, after they kicked everyone out.
That's heavy, man.
Good mosh pit story.
Like in Anaheim, they never let anything go down. Like if you say fuck, like you can't say stuff. It's because it's on Disneyland property. It used to be. So the fact that they let the show keep going was pretty cool. because they kicked the Nazi kids out. Yeah.
Blues is no longer.
It's no longer there.
On Disney property.
And I'll just say, out of any band, because I love how everyone, when you hit like 30, everyone's like, oh fuck, I don't go in the mosh pit anymore. No one wants to mosh pit after 30. Propaganda gets me every time. I still go in every time Propaganda plays.
They got you.
I just can't. I tried every time. I'm like, I'm just gonna watch them this time.
Yeah.
And then 3 songs in, I'm like,
I got one really good one. When we played, we'll end it on this one, because we played with the Descendants in 2014, and there was no one really backstage. We were tripping out. We were like, how the fuck are we here? We're watching Descendants play, and at one point we were like, dude, that Davey Havok was back. We saw Davey Havok for like a second, and then we're like, wasn't Davey Havok here? Like, I swear we saw yeah, well, he's not here now, Anyways, the Descendants finished playing, and they're going to take time and do an encore. Yeah. Just see Davey Havok come up between the encore. Yeah. He was in the pit the whole entire time. The whole set, like by himself, showed up to that show, sweaty, in the pit. And we had friends that were at the show, and they were like, dude, we were in the pit and fucking Davey Havok. And then as soon as the Descendant, he comes up, says, what's up, the Descendants, and they start their encore, and he goes right back to the pit and then just leaves. And our friend was like, yeah, that was Davey Havok was in the pit. Yeah, so I thought that was a good one, yeah.
Crazy stories, definitely. Yeah, thank you very much for your time.
Thanks for having us.
If you want to share or say anything, you can do it now.
Well, we're the Bombpops. Thanks for the Bombpops. Yeah, you can just follow us on Instagram or Facebook, and
support them, buy their music.
Yeah, and be on the lookout for new stuff. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Freunde, ich hoffe, euch hat das Interview gefallen. Damit ihr keine Videos verpasst, abonniert unseren Channel. Auf unserem Kanal findet ihr noch weitere interessante Interviews mit namhaften Bands. Schaut euch auch auf unserer Facebook-Seite herum, wo wir exklusiven Content wie interessante Beiträge, Konzertfotos oder Videos uploaden. Auf unserer Webseite www.moshpitpassion.de findet ihr CD-Reviews, Konzertfotos, Konzertberichte, Interviews und vieles mehr.